Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Ask Rebecca radio show. Thanks for joining me. I hope everyone had a great week. We are officially in March and officially in Mercury retrograde, so yay. We are also in the midst of a pretty intense energy wave coming in as well. I feel there will be a series of waves this month that will affect everyone differently. It feels like 2 to 3 blasts. So 2 to 3 different waves coming in. I feel most everyone will realize that they are in the midst of an energy wave through what will either be physical symptoms, strong emotional purging, and karmic situations arising to be cleared. And leading up to tonight, you could have, sorry guys, there's like this big gigantic fly. I don't even know how he got in here, and he just keeps buzzing past my head. Anyway, so you could have been experiencing those strong emotional purging and karmic situations arising to be cleared. Now, leading up to tonight, you could have been experiencing minor dull headaches on a daily basis, and some of them could even be a little more intense. And a lot of times energetic headaches are difficult to kind of cure with any kind of a Tylenol or anything like that. It's just something, that kind of sticks. You could also have experienced different frequencies of ringing in the inner ear, balance issues, maybe even hearing booms or what sounds like someone playing bass, but no one's around blasting their stereo. You may also have felt extremely tired, going from being fully awake and alert to suddenly waking up from a deep nap that you didn't even know you were taking after you sat down on the couch. So you could just be passing out. Your sleep patterns may have been disrupted, going between super sleepy to wide awake. You may be waking up in the middle of the night or waking up earlier than usual and going to bed earlier. You could have a spiritual or mystical experience as well. Maybe you're even seeing, hearing, and feeling things around you that aren't in the physical. And again, that's because our psychic abilities of telepathy are awakening more and more. So more people are going to start connecting with their own intuition and their higher selves, and all of their psychic abilities will start popping up more and more. You could have experienced strong emotions of sadness and anger, maybe even some rage. Fear was coming up as well. I did experience some fear myself during the week due to some new business ventures that I'm doing, and a little fear crept up, like, oh my gosh, what if I suck, right? Or what if I fail? So those things are totally normal and they come up. I was even a little paranoid about last week's show. I felt like I was reporting overly negative gloom and doom scenarios. So it happens to all of us when these energy waves come through. We can tend to overthink. That could also be happening for some of you. Karmic cycles are trying to end for many of us. So you could be facing some negative karma that you created in the past. And some of this karmic purging is with friendships, romantic relationships, family relationships. It's been a tough time for many. I mean, there's a deep, deep cleansing. I've had conversations with several clients that have really, really been going through purging of their family history and relationships within their families. Things will ease up for us. We'll get a mini break to integrate all of the energies and all of the things that we've purged and learned. Then the next wave comes along and we're upgrading our DNA again. So they're really exciting times if you can keep your perspective a positive one. Even with all these things happening, there are so many opportunities arising for everyone. So seize them, feel the fear, and do it anyway. Now, today, March 7th, begins the solar moon of intention according to the 28-day moon cycles in the galactic calendar year. Okay, this is not the traditional calendar, this is the galactic calendar. So from today through to April 3rd, this 28-day cycle is the time where you're being called to realize your intentions are your most potent creative powers. This is your opportunity to send out your creative pulse of intention to the universe and activate these seeds of possibility to manifest in your life. You are setting intentions every moment of your life, whether you are aware of this or not. So you're making choices and setting goals. And these intentions guide your actions, which directly inform and impact the results that follow. Okay, so you're basically creating karma with your intentions. So you have 28 days to plant seeds and nurture them to grow. So be aware of everything that you are focusing your energy on. Become aware of your thoughts and make sure you're paying attention to what you're doing, because you do not want to manifest misery, right? You want to manifest all the things that you do want. So your intentions are what creates your karma. Do you want to create positive or negative karma? The choice is totally up to you. And this is your opportunity to make your dreams a reality. We are master creator beings on this planet, and that's what you are here to learn. You're learning this through your emotions and through limitations. So once you master those, then you'll be able to master creation a little bit better. And again, like I said, we're in this 28-day cycle of setting intentions and seeing them come to fruition this year. They will manifest very, very quickly. So again, pay attention these next 28 days. Tonight, I won't be taking a caller, and instead we'll be giving intuitive predictions for the next 2 weeks. I won't be able to do next week's show live, so here's what you can expect as a general overall theme, and then areas in love, work, finances, health, and spirituality from tonight, March 7th, through to March 21st. So the general themes, one of the first things for the overall theme is that you will receive divine intervention. Unexpected help comes to you from realms that you can't see and from earth angels. And earth angels could be people that show up in your life in physical form, right? I'm not talking about something you can't physically see. And remember, if you're struggling, call on your guardian angel and ask for help. Allow them to assist you. Matter of fact, invite them to assist you. They need your permission to help. They are never allowed to interfere with your free will and the lessons that you're meant to learn, but they will be more than happy to guide you in whatever way possible without interfering. And a lot of times you will get signs right away that they are there and they are guiding you and they are bringing you comfort and they're leading you down a path. So again, if you are struggling, call on them. The next theme is being shown as layers of an onion, and lots of layers are being stripped off of you. Some of you, you'll be ready to release, right? You'll be ready to shed some layers. Others will be stripped off by force, leaving you feeling raw and vulnerable. You could feel totally unprotected during this time. Some, I feel, will be dealing with deep sorrow and pain. I feel like there are deep emotional wounds that need to be addressed and cleared in order to move forward. And for some of you, this could be connected to sexual assault and abuse. I feel like there's some really deep stuff that's coming up over the next 2 weeks. So, whatever comes up for you, allow yourself to experience the emotions, but try not to dwell on or avoid them either. It's a delicate balance of allowing yourself to feel and letting those emotions move through you and not staying stuck inside of you. And remember the divine intervention theme, so that will be there to help, but it will require you asking for it, right? And reaching out to others if you need help. Call me if you need a friend. It's what I do. I love to help everybody. I'm all about it. So my slogan is helping people help themselves for a reason. So if you're really, really struggling, my information is somewhere along on the screen, and you'll be able to reach me. Huge breakthroughs happening on the fast track. This could have to do with realizing that you're the one limiting yourself. You're holding your own self back due to fears. So you hold the key to your freedom, and you're being called to look at situations with a deeper, more purposeful way. everything is going to feel like it's happening quickly. So pay attention to what's going on with you, and time will feel as if it's speeding up faster and faster with each passing day. There's just so much stuff that's happening. A message coming through is, which I feel is beautifully aligned with the solar moon of the intention cycle. The message is, see your seeds grow. Embrace the change that's on the horizon. Allow your dreams to become reality. You're ready to bring to life all your ideas, inspirations, and projects. You're moving into a space this spring that allows you to really grow, expand, and create in a way that you've never done before. So it's really, really an exciting time. Yes, we've got to do some purging and we have some challenges, but they serve a higher purpose. Abundance, financial growth, starting something new, and plenty of other opportunities are headed your way. Prepare for major expansion in your life and your soul. Your animal spirit energy is the golden egg message, is the golden egg. And the message is that the golden egg lies within the center of the heart and the unstruck sound. Its subtle energy is nestled deep within your heart chakra. It's said that our inner guide sits there in deep meditation waiting for us. And within the golden egg lives a precious sound. And deep within that sound resides a message. The sound cannot be heard, nor the message discerned, until we retreat from the noise of modern day life. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet, and time to unfold. No rushing, pushing, or grasping. Find a place of deep and restful ease, perhaps through yoga, nidra, or meditation. If you do not yet have a meditation practice, take some time for introspection or contemplation. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question that weighs heaviest on your heart. Staying open to any response that you hear, engaging with the energy of the golden egg is an advanced practice. It requires becoming intimate with our very essence and comfortable with vulnerability. When feeling of tenderness or gratitude arises from deep within you, know that you are well on your way. Your chest may swell like you are seeing an old friend that's been away for a long, long time. Listen to the message that they've been waiting to tell you. Again, this perfectly aligns with divine intervention and calling upon your inner guides and doing the internal work where you're going to connect with your higher self, with your guides, and receive the messages that you are looking for. I'm trying not to laugh because this fly is, I don't know, I feel like he's in the energy and he's losing his mind, and he just keeps zipping around and then heading right to the camera and smacking into all sorts of things. Poor little guy. Okay, let me stay focused here. Okay, work. For those of you employed, some of you could get your feelings hurt this week, or maybe your ego gets a little bruised. I feel like maybe somebody says something that triggers an emotional reaction in you, or maybe triggers some self-worth, or, you know, your ability to, maybe you think you're doing an awesome job at work and this person just says some sort of a comment, and then the next thing you know, your heart is just hurting because, you know, you think you're doing a great job and the person criticized you. Now, some of you could be dealing with lack of clarity or confusion about what's being asked of you to do. Some of you may feel this way in general about your working life period. I feel like you're confused. You may not be happy at work. You're ready to move on, but you just don't know what to do. Now's the time to plant the seeds of change. Remember, you have a 28-day cycle right now of setting intentions and planting seeds and watching them grow. So, you know, if this is the area of your life that you want to make some changes, now is the time to do that. Some of you may feel like this is a time to lay low at work and fly under the radar because maybe things are a little tense. I just feel like some of you are dealing with some work dramas with personalities, and maybe even trickling from the owner down, where it's just, you know, uncomfortable situations. Trust your gut. You know, if you feel like you got to fly under the radar, do it. You don't want to stick out and get targeted, right? Some of you could be feeling trapped at a job that you absolutely hate just because of the security of it. You feel you can't leave. And remember, that's your choice, right? Choose to look elsewhere. You could find a job making more money and love what you do, or consider your health and happiness is way more valuable than money. So take, and you always have the potential to make more money. So remember, you create your reality, and you're not trapped unless you allow yourself to be trapped, right? We are not victims here on this planet. And that is one of the things that we are moving out of, is victim consciousness. Work, for those of you that are looking for a job, some of you, I feel, need to be looking in different job fields than what you have been. Obviously, you're going to be doing a job search based on your skill level. And maybe, if you've been an accountant, you're always going to be looking for a CPA gig or an accounting job. But I kind of feel like some of you that are keep hitting like dead ends and roadblocks when it comes to your specific line of work, I'm feeling that you need to step outside of your comfort zone and apply to everything that piques your interest. Whether or not, you think you're qualified for the position, just trust that you're going to end up exactly where you're meant to be, especially if it's something that resonates in your heart. So there's a possibility of lots of new opportunities coming for many of you, and it's a really, really exciting time. And I know I keep saying that, but it is. Anyway, love those of you that are in committed relationships and dating seriously. I feel like it's going to be a tough 2 weeks. Okay. I'm not going to lie. I feel like there's going to be, I feel like some of you will be dealing with difficulties and pain in your relationships. It's time to work on the issues together or go your separate ways. I do feel one or both of you will decide to end a relationship and move on. A few of you will try and work things out. And I think, to me, some of you will be successful. Some of you have been trying and keep trying and nothing's changing. And I feel like those you might stay I can't talk. You might stay longer in the relationship trying to work it out, but I feel like you're going to keep finding yourself back at the same position. And at that point, if you see yourself, repeating the same thing over and over and over and over again, it's time to switch it up. Some of you will be dealing with disappointment in some way. Some of you are being mistreated or aren't being treated like you used to be. Some of you are also doing this to your partner. Some of you just won't be on the same page. Some of you could be feeling insecure because your partner's receiving attention from other people who find them attractive in some way. But this could also be happening to you. So I just kind of feel like there might be other influences or outside influences where it's going to trigger some jealousy, and maybe those sort of emotions are going to come up through this situation. Now, I don't feel cheating. I just feel that, it's just going to spark some jealousy. Let's see. I also feel some of you are feeling trapped in your relationships. You feel like you aren't able to leave. Maybe you're stuck financially or for other reasons. And again, I feel like this is where you have a choice and you have to figure out, and there is help available if you're in a situation where you're afraid to leave due to, abuse or violence. Reach out to me, reach out to other resources. I'm sure you can find some things online. There are resources to help everyone in situations like that. Those of you that are in happy relationships, I feel like you guys are going to be fine. And I feel maybe you might have some minor issues that come up, but they really aren't like issues. They're just growing pains where it's going to take you to the next level of your relationship. You're growing together. Those of you that are single and out there looking for love, I do feel like some of you need to take a break from dating and work on getting to know yourselves a bit more, because you're at the point of desperation, which is an energy that pushes people away. And you may think you're not giving off that vibe, but trust me when I tell you that you definitely are. So if you can tell or feel yourself like, constantly going out because you're looking for the one, and you're trying to find it, and that's all you want to do, and you're crying because you don't have a relationship and you just want to be in a relationship, that's desperation, and that is having the opposite effect. So take a step back, get with yourself, and figure out what's going on with you in order to present a different sort of energy going forward. Because again, it's a pushing energy, it's not an attracting energy. Now, some of you, I feel like, are actually going to be attracting all sorts of potential romantic partnerships. And the downside to this, because it's a super positive, obviously, you want to attract a bunch of people because you need to have choices, and having lots of choices, somebody's going to stick. But the downside is that some of you could end up not understanding what the other person's intentions are, and you might end up dwelling on this or overthinking it, or just cut the person off, or set up walls that maybe aren't necessary. So if you find yourself questioning intentions, ask, don't jump to conclusions. And some of you are being guided to the right partner for you this week and next. And then the rest of you, I feel you're working on any unresolved emotional traumas connected to love. So there's lots of purging happening. If you've been having a difficult time, really take a look at what's coming up and where it's coming from. What is it connected to in your past that you need to heal so that you can move forward? Finances, some of you could deal with disappointing news around your finances. Like maybe you find out that you owe taxes this year, right? That would be a disappointment. I don't feel any major financial crisis. It just feels like disappointing news. Or you go to the dentist and they're like, hey, you have a balance due, something to that effect. Now, the one thing that I was feeling that's a little more on the negative side of things is I do feel like there could be a group of you that may be dealing with someone or a group of people that aren't being honest about finances. And it feels connected to like big purchases, right? So maybe somebody's trying to upsell you or sell you something that they're claiming is more valuable than what it really is. It feels like that sort of a situation. So make sure that you look for more information if you're purchasing something, or get advice from somebody else or a second opinion, or shop around before you buy anything big or sign any sort of contract. Basically, it just feels like not all is what it appears to be. Things could feel tight financially for some of you, but to me, it just feels tight, right? But in actuality, it's like you're able to pay your bills, you're getting by, okay? You may not be living high on the hog, but you're getting by, but it just feels tight. And others, you're going to be feeling stable in the finance department. And again, I just want to remind, I know I keep repeating myself, but remember, we are in a strong energy of manifestation. So plant those seeds of abundance by focusing on what you have and what you want, because this 28-day cycle starting today is super, super potent and extremely powerful. I can't stress that enough. Health, suppressed and repressed emotions could be taking a toll on some of you physically. I do feel, again, we're going to be going through some emotional stuff. Anxiety and depression could also come up. I feel like it's a pretty strong energy there. I do feel like some of you could receive some bad news about your health, or maybe someone that you love. It feels everything from minor to major. It just depends on what's happening in your life. Some of you need to trust your intuition with what's going on with your health. Get second opinions if you feel like you need to do so. Some could be overdoing it physically. I just feel like some of you are just trying to do way too much. You're running around all over town. You're going to work. You're taking care of the kids. You're cleaning the house. You're doing grocery shopping. You're fixing the car. I just feel like you're being pulled in a million different directions, and you've got to create time and space for peace of mind. And I always say, lock yourself in the bathroom. It's the surefire way to get a solid 5-10 minutes to yourself. Or who knows, you can hide out in there for 20 minutes and just say an upset stomach, right? Just whatever you have to do to get away and be on your own for a minute. Let's see. Some of you, I just feel like you could be feeling overtired, overworked, and overstressed. Take some me time again. Love and value your health. And, every physical ailment is connected to a belief or an emotion. You can find a lot of information online about that, or if you have a specific question, you can email me. Spirituality, positive mindset is going to be the most important thing that you can train yourself to do. Take a look at who you're hanging out with. Who are the people that are in your life? Are the people that you surround yourself with, are they positive, upbeat people, right? Are they happy people in general? Are they supportive of you? Are they, actively listening? Or are you surrounding yourself with people that are hypercritical? They're judging you, they're criticizing you, or they're unhappy and they just want misery in their life, right? Misery loves company. So choose to surround yourself with happier people, because that's going to help you stay in a positive mindset. Synchronicities and messages from spirit will be strong and coming through in many ways. So again, pay attention, look for the signs, listen to your internal dialogue, right? A lot of times when you're having a telepathy, when you're doing telepathy or getting a telepathic message, it's coming in your own voice. Right? So again, pay attention. This is not the time to hold on to ideas, people, places, situations, or things which may have run their course. You have to make room in your life, emotions, heart, and spirit for new things to come to you. I mean, you don't have to do anything you don't want to, but I would suggest you choose. And again, it takes some time alone, because I really feel like that's going to be helpful to quiet yourself. And remember, any of the challenges or emotional stuff that's coming up is your opportunity to let go and heal and plant seeds for the life that you love, right? That you'll love living. And again, 28 days of prime energy to get the ball rolling and manifest everything. Okay, so I have 30 seconds left, I bet you, is what Dave is typing me right now. So I wanted to do a moment of Zen and send out a quick energy. Thursday is the crown chakra. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to just basically ask my guides, your guides, everybody's guides to come to you tonight while you're sleeping and do a crown chakra download for you, just to help with all of the manifestation and everything that's happening. I hope everybody has a great 2 weeks. I look forward to connecting with you when I get back. And if you want to book an appointment, you can call or text 407-374-3133. Bye.